see the hose is already in there and it's watering. It's going to look like it's overflowing, but I'm a pro at this by now. I know what I'm doing. So I usually put it in there at a certain end, at a certain angle, because I know it'll swirl around and get everything. And the worms are probably going to start coming out the backside. It didn't make it, but I stuck another seed in there. I don't have confidence in it, but I did it to the same thing to the other side, and it did come out. I'm not going to show you that because the maca bunch is out, so I'm not going on that side at all. Here are my onions. I could probably come out and harvest another stalk of those, but I'm going to wait on those. I'm going to do a video on each individual thing that I have ever grown, actually. I'm just going to do everything that I'm growing this year. And then to fill up wintertime videos, I might still do the series on things that I've grown in the past and atypical things that I've learned about those. These two are black cherry tomatoes. It's a cutting that came from the one that I brought out too soon this season. So the one that I grew indoors. And actually got a handful of fruit off of it. Yeah, still only one pea coming up here. Like I said, that's another black cherry, but right there I think is a cucumber. And that's what I say about some of these seeds that you guys have been taught to write off as a dud seed. Sometimes your seed is not a dud. Sometimes you planted it at the wrong time of year under the wrong conditions. And that bitch is down there with her arms folded and her hands on her hips and her neck swiveling like, I'm not coming out until you do right by me. But don't listen to me. Something that I learned about this today is that it seems that because these four blooms are the first four that came up. Now I just did a video. Now, ooh, my hands look old. I just did a video. My hands look old. Ugh. Anyway, I just did a video. Well, they don't look as old as that girl in that movie that we just watched, huh? Oh, she had 75-year-old hands and looked like she was 23. But anyway, yeah, so these four blooms are the original blooms from this OG plant that popped up, that self-seeded, right? And so I decided to make it a table setting, since we all know they do well even through the winter. But these are the first four original blooms. And what I've noticed is that the lighter lavender in the middle of the rich velvety purple, that starts out white. And that's why you may think they're purple and white violas versus purple and lavender violas. But these have a tendency to be white when they first bloom. Curate, since they are a work of art, curate to a lavender, which is awesome because I kind of wanted purple anyway in general. But the richest purple I could find had that white in the middle. But now we know, but Goddess again took care of me, and now we know that they just start out white and eventually age gracefully into this beautiful lavender. If it's facing the side that gets sun, I wonder if that behaves differently somehow. We're gonna learn today. We're gonna learn today. I have my two onion on either side, and Micro Tom here is Nadia. I have my two collards back there. I have some collards that's supposed to pop up in there pretty soon that I'm going to put in the brick bed, but they have yet to pop up. Back here I have my Redina, which is beautiful. It's actually very much like iceberg, except that but it's not iceberg. And I guess when I say that, it's really light and crisp and fresh and sweet tasting. Very much like iceberg, but it's a heirloom So I guess I would say that it's an heirloom iceberg, except that y'all now have a negative connotation to iceberg because you let your little pseudo hoteps convince you that somehow iceberg lettuce is on the evil list for the super Negroes right now. Ask me about that if you want to know, child. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, girl. These are my onions back here. That way I can still use the green onion, the green part of the onion, which is why I'm growing all of them anyway. And I can still save root space for other vegetables that I want to grow. These look terrible because they're spinach, and spinach does not like the heat. And it's sick of me trying it just because I think I can train some other stuff that is to grow in weather that is not comfortable for them. Spinach is really mad at me for thinking that they will do the same thing, because they will not. So yeah, here's my patio tomato. This is my first one. It's really struggling, and it survived a couple of frosts too. So in that particular case, stress did not do my patio tomato plant any favors. Fortunately, I have another one coming right behind it, and hopefully I'll be strong enough when it starts fruiting to cut this down and start over. It's Tamia, got two of her, both of which I thought were cucumbers. This might not be a cucumber, and neither one of them might be a cucumber, but I'm gonna go ahead and let them grow for a minute and see what they do. I'm finna go set up the water to water the side going real quick after I get me some water and hydrate before I have a heat stroke right here, right now. There's a baby down there. You figure out how you gonna get out. That's on you. Really? I'm gonna do a quick run through, or what we assume to be a quick run through that never turns out to be quick, but let's do what we can. Herb bed, cilantro, and oregano. In the middle, there will be opal basil, moringa over here. Here's my ginger. What the hell? Oh, she's probably a little bit thirsty. I don't like this little white stuff on the top, so I'm gonna find something nice to mulch it with. But she feels moist. She doesn't need much. She can actually take a little bit of a drought. This is Lily. Well, it would be Lily if it were mine, but because I'm nursing it back to health for someone, I'm going to call him by name, which is Buddy. So this is Buddy, and I'm nursing him back to health for Mr. Sister. As you can see, all the stalks that I had have gone. They are over it, honey. But I do see these getting healthy again. And it looks like it's about to have its spring growth spurt in the middle of the summer. Is my peppermint being great? This is a sweet mint that I was going to repot and take indoors that I failed at doing. So I'm going to put it in a pot out here. Onion here on either side, one over here and one over here. And my micro tomato is doing real nice inside. You'll see I dug up both spaces in this cucumber bed because those two things were weeds and not cucumbers. So I'm gonna be running late on cucumbers, but hopefully by the time it gets started it will be voluptuous and even overproducing. The actual flowering stalks do still look kind of sad, but they seem to be like slouching over. Is it just me? Anyway, this seems sad for some reason, and I actually cut some of these outer leaves in half down at the bottom. And of course, I like to lollipop. One of my techniques for evading blight, tomato blight. They come by and mimic my content, and they're very popular for it. So I'll say that maybe for a private video that I give just to the people that I share with my tribe only. Anywho, here is the patio tomato. Here's the backup one coming right behind it. In general, they were all like a girl bye. A girl bye. Look at pitiful. I need to just take out what's left. These two, I just have two collards back here. But other than that, this row is Redina. Look how voluptuous she looks. Ooh. Mr. Sister does not know what she is missing, right? Because she's a Buttercrunch girl. But look at this Buttercrunch. Them grocery stores got y'all food. This is what Buttercrunch looks like. Period. Boo. Anyway. That's what she wants, so that's what she get. I give her a few of these leaves, but until she say, you know, I like that other leaf better, she gonna get this raggedy ass Buttercrunch. So it's gonna be Redina on this row, Buttercrunch, red leaf lettuce, another Redina row, and then another Buttercrunch row. Tamia. These are twins. Because they're dwarf variety, I'm going to go ahead and let them go do what they're gonna do from the base of the soil. Prettier. I think I want to mulch this as well, just because I don't like the look of the soil, just like that. The only beds I want to look at mulching will probably be the brick bed and the callaloo bed. Black cherry tomato and another black cherry, which I went ahead and staked for its journey upward. And there's my indigo rose, which is from a cutting. I do have fruit setting on it, but not so much on my black cherries because, you know, they were planted afterwards. Nadia's doing really well. I have 4 of her. Here, here, and here. This one I just replaced today, so I hope she's gonna make it. If not, then I'll just start one in a pot and then come out and transplant it once it's rooted from the pot. There it is, coming up. It's ready to pop. And I'm gonna put that back over there because I'm gonna let it do. I want to care for my plants, not baby them. I need them to be strong. I came out here to lollipop these with you. So, in doing so, I can actually just bend them back off so it's still tomato. I'm not even sure why I brought my shears. Not sure. There we go. There we go. So, same thing over here. Even though there's not much to this one at all. But eventually I'm going to be amending. Eventually I'm going to be amending this soil. So, I think I might just take this one. Okay.
It's too uncomfortable. Sometimes I just forget.